How about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and Angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and with the drafting of Tyler Booker, the emergence of Cooper Beebe, and the dominance of Tyler Smith, I really feel that this Dallas Cowboys offensive line is severely underrated when it comes to the 4 and 3 letter networks this year. While a lot of talking heads speak about the retirement of Zach Martin and how the Dallas Cowboys front will be weak, the work both Cooper Beebe and Tyler Smith have put in, along with Tyler Booker's upside and potential, leaves this interior offensive line a force to be reckoned with this year. So I want to give the offensive line some love and bring it back to the trenches for this Raw and Uncut, because we all know where it begins and ends. It begins and ends in the trenches. So if y'all ready for this Raw and Uncut, let's get it. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, Raw and Uncut.
Keeping it real, man. Keep it real. That's real.
With the loss of Zach Martin this offseason, it was apparent that the Dallas Cowboys were going to be in need of an heir apparent, a successor to be able to take Zach Martin's place. There was a part of Cowboys Nation who believed that Brock Hoffman could fit that role, while the others believed that we needed to draft a replacement. Needless to say, the Dallas Cowboys chose to draft Tyler Booker with the 12th overall pick of the 2025 NFL Draft. To the ones who were team weapons, they thought it was just another pick of an offensive line with a high draft pick. The ones who were team offensive line, they saw it as fortifying the interior of the offensive line. If Tyler Booker plays as advertised, then the move would be a success. We shall see this upcoming season, right, Cowboys Nation? But I also look at two starters at the tackle position in Tyler Guyton and Terrence Steele. Let's keep it a buck, Cowboys Nation. The rookies, they're going to take their lumps. They're going to have their welcome to the NFL moment. They're going to need that time to develop and adapt. Human beings naturally need that type of stuff in this situation. It may also take them their first contract to get the hang of it. The question is, do you have the patience to develop those players who were project players nonetheless, except for Tyler Booker, and allow them to properly fight for their spot on this team? One thing that Brian Schottenheimer is doing is going to be that run-heavy offensive coordinator. Cowboys Nation knows that Terrence Steele is a good run blocker. Tyler Guyton may turn out to be a good run blocker. If Brian Schottenheimer's marrying the pass with the run, then one would assume that the run is going to be a focal point, probably going to be the focal point of the offense. With a dominant interior offensive line and two great run blocking tackles, the Cowboys may have a shot at turning the game back over to the rushing attack, one thing that the great Cowboys teams of old was equipped with. The more I think about the Dallas Cowboys situation going into last draft, the more it makes sense to me, Cowboys Nation. It makes sense in hindsight. We want to be an aggressive team, and the trenches is what sets the tone of the game. If your trenches are aggressive, then it will allow you to dictate the proper flow of the game. It will allow Brian Schottenheimer to call plays that will exploit that aggression. If the offensive line can move the defensive line backwards, the time of possession is ours, the run game is ours, and the pass game is ours. It will allow your defense to catch a breath and not be tired. In the words of DeMarcus Lawrence, a dominant offensive line can allow a team to open up the entire playbook and run anything at their disposal. So I get why the Dallas Cowboys went with offensive line in this past draft. But having a great offensive line will allow you to give your entire team another avenue toward winning. I've said this before, Cowboys Nation, but the past several years, the Dallas Cowboys have gone into the season with one plan of attack, one plan, using Dak Prescott's arm and CeeDee Lamb's eliteness to get us on the scoreboard quick. This will allow our defense to pin their ears back and get after the quarterback. If Deron Bland can come up with some picks, hey, great. But just hold the receivers long enough for Micah Parsons to get home. What kind of plan is that, Cowboys Nation? That's the type of plan we need to add to, and I feel with a great rushing attack and a great offensive line, Brian Schottenheimer will be able to collaborate with Clayton Adams and Connor Riley and make some devastating rushing concepts. But during the Dallas Cowboys championship heydays, each team came equipped with great offensive linemen. I can only talk about the 92, 93, and 95 seasons because I wasn't alive to watch the other two. Players like Mark Tuanay, Nate Newton, Mark Stupnowski, John Kessick, Eric Williams, Kevin Gogan, Derek Kennard, Ray Donaldson, and of course legendary Larry Allen, making Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith's jobs that much easier. But Cowboys Nation, I feel that there's a push to get back to form by the Dallas Cowboys, to get back to that run-heavy style of offense that won the organization 5 championships. See, as a Dallas Cowboys fan, I don't want to have to rely on the quarterback to get us out of every single jam that this team faces. I want this team to have multiple ways to defeat their opponents and not just one. I want Brian Schottenheimer's rushing attack to be precise and opportunistic. This way it can open up the downfield strikes to CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. And we can't forget Jalen Tolbert because I believe he's going to be a factor this year as well. But I want opposing defensive coordinators to have to pick their poison. Okay, if you focus on taking our pass game away, we will gash you with the run. If you take away our run game, we will gash you with the pass. They won't succeed in taking away both. This is what the serious contenders do, and this is what the Dallas Cowboys need to start doing. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. Cowboys Nation, what do you think about my take about the importance of the offensive line? Do you have faith in the players that we got going into training camp? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comments section. But if you're digging this content and want to help the Angry Cowboys Fan YouTube channel chip away at the 20K milestone, drop a like on this video and please consider sharing it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. If you are DC for life and believe that this offensive line will make a huge leap this upcoming season, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, film breakdown, or Madden 25 or College Football 26 gameplay. Aggression needs to start somewhere on this team, Cowboys Nation. It might as well start with one of the most important pieces, and that's the trenches of the offensive side of the ball. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys Fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.